Guys, it's time for my review on The Amazing Spider-Man. Sorry I didn't really have too many effects in the background of this video. Just kind of that faint type blue right there. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm sorry this review hasn't been out in a while. I've just been kind of busy with stuff. I wouldn't see it on July 3rd. Sorry. Anyway, start with the cast. We have Andrew Garfield playing a new Peter Parker, since this is like a remake, I guess. Anyway, he's playing a new Spider-Man, new Peter Parker. I think he was the best Peter Parker because it was kind of like the comics, you know? It's like he was better for the series almost than Tobey Maguire, because, I don't know, Tobey Maguire just didn't really fit into it, you know, like a almost 40-year-old guy playing like a 17-year-old. It just wasn't right, you know? I mean, and he just looked perfect for the part, Andrew Garfield did, because, everything, it was just so like the comics in the movie. And Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, and she was really good in the movie. They didn't go with Mary Jane either, they went with Gwen Stacy, which I thought was kind of cool, because, you know, like I said, they're sticking to the old comic books and everything. And there's, I think his name is Reese Fonds, as, Dr. Kurt Connors and the Lizard. And he did really, really good in this movie. His acting was really good. He just did really good, you know? It's like, it was really natural acting from him. It wasn't like, you know, it's okay, it was really good. Definitely, he's a guy I'll be checking out in other movies. I'll be picking up some more of his movies to watch, because I didn't really know who he was before. Now I know he's like a really good actor, so I'll be doing that. And then there's, Denis Leary as, Captain Stacy, who did pretty good. At first he's like a douchebag in the movie. He's kind of a jerk, but he's still pretty good. Sorry guys, I'm kind of sick right now. But anyway, that's kind of the main cast. I forget the names of the other people, but you know, there's Uncle Ben and Aunt May. Anyway, now the suit. I'm gonna talk about the suit. I liked this suit a bunch more than the original, because in the original it had silver webbing around it, and it kind of stuck out. But this one was like black, and it's really thin, and it goes like, it kind of sinks in. The spiders on this one are more skinnier, and they're a lot better, like the comic books and like the older cartoons, because in the original Tobey Maguire ones, they're just like these big, huge, fat spiders, like sewn onto his suit, and it didn't look right. But in this one, it looked perfect. And the web in the Tobey Maguire one, it was organic webbing, but in this one, Oscorp invented this thing. It's like web packs that hold a bunch of this web, and he stole it from him and to put it into to a watch, and then he uses it. So he didn't really get the webs from the spider bite. He was able to climb on walls. So that was really cool. And then also you can see like a little line. Like when he puts the mask on, you can see that it isn't like connected, because in the Tobey Maguire one, it looked like it was completely like connected, like you couldn't rip it off. If you know, I'm not explaining it right enough. Like it looked like it was sewn onto the suit in the Tobey Maguire one, but in this one it didn't. I thought that was more realistic. I like that. And I did like the humor in this movie, like parts when let me think here. Okay, this is gonna kind of be some spoilers on what happens in the movie. When he first gets his powers, he jumps up and he's on the ceiling in the train station, and he accidentally rips this pole off and starts hitting these guys because they're like trying to hurt him, and he's going, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I was laughing at that part pretty hard. It was really funny. And then the part where his alarm clock goes off and he like jumps up and smashes it as soon as it goes off, and just everything is kind of going wrong for him at first because he doesn't really know what's going on. So yeah, there's a lot of humor in this movie. There's a lot of action. And the original one, like in the Tobey Maguire ones, it's just like all romance and everything. And there's like barely any in this one. And they were like, I don't know, it's just a really good movie. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, I would give it a 9.5 because it was so good. I definitely recommend going and seeing it. Anyway, and people probably want to hear this because Fucus 101 kind of pointed this out. Peter Parker was kind of a jerk in this movie because like he's kind of a loner, but he was just like he'd always have his hood on. He was kind of dressed like a kind of weird. Like he was always wearing dark clothes and a lot of like jackets and hoodies and hats and stuff. And he would come in like to his house, and Aunt May that would be talking to him. He would like barely even talk to him, so he was kind of a jerk. And it's not how he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be like a really nice guy. But and also to mention this in the cast part, Flash. I forget what his name is, but he was really good in this movie. I liked him in this one because he was in there a lot more. And Flash was a total douchebag in the first movie, and in this one he was a lot nicer. So I kind of liked that about it, you know. Another thing that made Peter kind of mean in the movie was when Uncle Ben died. I don't know, spoiler, but you guys already know what happens. Flash comes up, he's like, "Hey, can I tell you something?" He goes, "Not today, Flash." And he goes, "No, I just want to say I'm sorry." And then Peter picks him up and like slams him against the lockers. And Flash goes, "I was just going to say that I'm sorry about what happened to your uncle. I know what it's like," because like that thing had happened to him before. So, and then he's like, "Oh crap," and he's like lets him go and then takes off. And people are, he's just pretty much the jerk for a while. And the lizard, I liked the effects on, I'm going to talk about effects now. I like the effects on the lizard and everything. Here's another spoiler. The lizard talks, and I didn't like the mouth movement. It looked really fake, but pretty much all the fighting scenes with the lizard and Spider-Man are not real. They're like computer generated, I think it is. I can't figure if it's that or something else. Anyway, so that's all fake. It's, it's computer. And, oh god, what's the word for it? Fucus 101 had in his review, I forget what it's called. Anyway, sorry. And, but I did like the lizard, like, the effects on it. They would use, the people in the really tight suits with the, like, white, it looks like cotton balls on them almost. And they would fight, like the lizard and Spider-Man, so that was pretty cool. But I really did like the movie. It was extremely good. And back to FX, or not FX, sorry. Back to the effects. I really thought that they were pretty good. Like the webs when they would shoot, they looked more natural. It looked better, like the original comic book. I liked the effects on the lizard. I liked them on Spider-Man. I thought they were just, all the effects in this movie were extremely good except for the mouth movement. Like, they should have fixed that. They needed to do something about it because it really did kind of suck. The mouth movement, like, it just looked so fake. Anyway. God, there's something else I was going to talk about. Yeah, I mean, the movie was extremely good. I would tell people if I'm going to go see it again, probably next week, next Saturday, just because it was that good. But yeah, so basically, just go through that again. The effects are really good. Peter's kind of a jerk in the movie in the beginning. The suit is a lot better. It's a really good cast. So, why not go see it? For $10, go see it. It's an extremely good movie. So yeah, I mean, if you want to see a good movie, that's the one to go see. This is G Ghostface 8. Goodbye.